UCI Track World Cup, cyclocross roundup, transfer news, tech of the week, and pro cyclist mountaineer of the week. Welcome to GCN News. Now, in today's show, we look at round one of the UCI Track World Cup. We look at the Koppenberg and the Super Prestige cyclocross races, Ryder Hijsdal's doping confession, and Michele Scarponi's move to Astana. And in tech news, we look at loop wheels, while tweet of the week comes from Lotto Betersol's Adam Hansen. Now, the first round of the UCI Track World Cup took place this weekend in Manchester, England, and arguably the finest performance of the weekend came from the GB Women's Team Pursuit squad of Laura Trott, Eleanor Barker, Danny King and Joanna Rousel. The quartet lit up the boards with a world record-breaking ride against the Canadian team to set a new world mark of 4:19.604. Now, the women now ride over 4,000 metres with 4 riders, the same as the men, having previously ridden with only 3 riders over 3,000 metres. Trott also rode to gold in the Omnium after a slow start meant she had to battle it out down to the wire for the win. Now, an informed Rousel claimed her second gold in the individual pursuit.
Yeah, yesterday was what we were focused on as a team. Team pursuit's our biggest focus because that's the Olympic event. But now it's changed to 4K. Coming out and doing a 3K seems ever so slightly easier. Definitely by no means easy. But it's nice seeing 12 laps on the board rather than 16. So I think all the team pursuit training paid off and helped me get through today.
The GB men's team of Owen Doull, Stephen Burke, Ed Clancy and Andy Tennant also took out the team pursuit in a time of 3:58.654, beating the rapid Australian team by just under a second. Now, although Great Britain sit atop the rankings, they certainly didn't have it their own way, with Germany taking out the men's and women's team sprint, Christina Vogel taking out the Keirin and Robert Forsterman taking out the individual sprint. Now, the men's individual pursuit was taken by Italian Marco Coldan, whilst Ireland's Martin Irvine took the win in the points race, and François Pervy of France won the men's Keirin. Now, in the Super Prestige Trophy Round 2 in Zonhoven in Belgium, it was reigning world champion Sven Nys of Krulan Euphony who took a well-deserved win from countryman Niels Albert. Nys and Niels Albert forged clear on the final lap on a dry, exciting technical course featuring a sand quarry no less. But for most of the race, it was Clans van Turnau of Sunweb Napoleon Games and Dutch champion Lars van der Haar of Rabo who led, with Nys only making it to the head of the field very late on, in fact in the last 2 laps. Now, the final lap, Nys and Albert dropped the Van Turnau and Van der Haar duo, with Nys leading into the final corner to take the win from Albert, despite clicking out of his pedal. Now, in the B-Post Bank Trophy Series Round 2, otherwise known as the Koppenbergcross, it was young 24-year-old Belgian Tom Meeusen who took the win to lift that prestigious cobble in front of thousands of people. He took the victory in a fast, dry and tactical race from the Sunweb Napoleon Games duo of Kevin Pauwels and Klaas van Turnau. However, it was British champion Ian Field, riding for Hargrove Cycles, who stole an early march, leading over the Koppenberg before being brought to heel. Now, in the closing stages, 8 riders went clear of the field, with Meeusen proving he was the strongest by applying the pressure on the last climb before out-sprinting Pauwels to the line. Now, Great Britain rider Helen Wyman of Kona took a fine solo victory in the women's event, making her the only woman to lift the trophy more than once. And in second place was Sanne Cant of Belgium, and third, Nikki Harris. Now, following the recent publication of Michael Rasmussen's autobiography, Canadian Ryder Hijsdal of Garmin Sharp has publicly admitted to doping back in 2003 when he was a pro mountain biker. Now, Rasmussen described in his book teaching Hijsdal and others how to dope. Now, in his admission, the 2012 Giro d'Italia winner stated that the doping was short-lived and that he had been sorry for it ever since. His team Garmin Sharp were already aware of the admission, as Hijsdal had previously testified to US anti-doping well before the Rasmussen story was published. Cycling Canada are not going to take any formal action due to the statute of limitations being 8 years. Now, the 2011 Giro d'Italia winner Michele Scarponi of Lampre moves across to join fellow countryman Vincenzo Nibali at Astana next year on a 1-year deal. Now, the 34-year-old spent 3 years with Lampre before moving across. Now, for 2014, Scarponi will focus on the Giro d'Italia for himself, with the Astana team being built around him. He will then focus his efforts on supporting Vincenzo Nibali in the mountains, as Nibali focuses solely on the Tour de France. Now, there's still no formal news on where Vuelta España winner Chris Horner will be heading for 2014. Now, one thing's for sure, he certainly won't be staying with Trek, as apparently his wage demands are deemed too high. Now, where do you think the Ranger resident from Utah will be heading in 2014? Leave your comments down below. Now, 2010 World Time Trial champion and 2008 silver medalist in the Beijing Olympics in the TT, Emma Pooley moves across from Swiss team Biglia to Lotto Belisol Ladies for 2014 on a one-year deal, after balancing her study and racing to good effect this year. Now, Chris Froome has unsurprisingly won the 2013 VELO d'Or, the prestigious award given to the best rides of the year by the French VELO magazine, on the back of wins in the Dauphiné-Libert, Tour of Romandie and, of course, the Tour de France. Now, the GCN STRAVA club is going from strength to strength. We now have 1,251 members, so please join. Let's have a look at a few of the stats. Now, last week's leaders on distance. In first place was Daniel Bailey with 1,077.5 kilometres. Incredible stuff. I think that's the kind of mileage of a pro, to be honest with you. Now, the longest ride of 231.8 kilometres, almost the length of the road world champs, for crying out loud, was from Acre-Tunnel Lucien. Now, please, I apologise if I got that name pronounced wrong. I normally do, so I'll apologise now. Now, ahead of the leaderboard in the climbing stakes was Mark C with 19,091 metres of elevation. Fantastic stuff. Now, the Duggernaut from Tasmania, Australia becomes our first GCN Strava Athlete of the Week, and in the process has won himself a shiny new GCN bidon. Now, the Duggernaut's yearly totals are super impressive. A total year-to-date distance of 18,847.8 kilometres. Time in the saddle, I mean, I hope he's got some good chamois cream, 653 hours and 28 minutes and 314 rides so far this year. He's got to be doing some double sessions there. Super impressive stuff. Now, make sure you join the Strava GCN club as well. I've recently just joined, obviously going to need to get some training miles in. Dan Lloyd's also there, so please tune in to see how my cafe runs are going over the next few months. Should be fun. Now, our tech of the week this week is loop wheels. Now, you've heard of folding bikes with built-in suspension. Well, how about folding bikes where the suspension is built into the wheels? Take a look at these. Loop wheels are a carbon spring substitute for 20-inch spokes that absorb shocks and creates a smoother ride without the need for frame-mounted suspension, with easy installation and only adding a slight increase in weight. They are built from a carbon composite material developed to give optimum compression and lateral stability, as well as strength and durability. Now, specially designed connectors attach springs to the hub and rim, 3 springs on each wheel, which work together as a self-correcting system, with front and rear having different spring rates, as most of the weight is to the rear. Now, you can purchase these wheels individually, as a pair, or with a complete folding bike. Now, the wheels are the brainchild of Sam Pearce, who designed them at home in Nottingham, England. Decide what you think for yourself at loopwheels.com. Welcome to GCN's Cafe Stop Like a Pro. Now, our GCN favourite cafe stop winner this week is Terry Sutton Murray at a coffee stop in Agramunt, Catalonia earlier this year. Now, that's an absolutely fantastic picture, but folks, I'm sure we can do better. Now, if you get your entries in, you could not only win a bidon, you could win a t-shirt too. Now, over the last few weeks, GCN have been filming some really exciting new videos, some of which are online for you to see now.
So here's GCN's guide to winter clothing.
When you're starting out, dismounting is best practiced on a flat stretch of grass so there is nothing to get in your way.
Now, the tweet of the week this week comes from Adam Hansen of Lotto Belisol. Now, Adam has said, in the middle of Austria, meet my tour guide, smiley face. I hope he knows where to go. Well, I certainly hope he knows where he's going. Good luck with that, Adam. Thanks very much again for watching. Remember, if you like our videos, please like them, and please, please, please share the videos too. And we'll be back the same time next week. Thanks for watching. I think I said 12,000 kilometres of climbing, which is basically past the moon, isn't it? Yeah.
He doesn't have to wear a pink and lime green kit. We might even forgive Costa if he uses white shorts next year. Jan Bakelants picked up his first professional win